Tell me all your thoughts from God. No. Welcome back, my creative cosmonauts. Tis I, your guru of games, your shepherd of shows, your master of movies, and your mo capitan of cosplay. You ready? Let's do this. Come on. Acting, the performing art in which movement, gestures are used to realize a fictional character on stage, motion picture, or television. Acting also demands an ability to employ dialect, accents, like this and whatnot, improvisation, hey, what the hell is that? Observation, what the fuck? Emulation, mime, and stage combat. Whoa. No. I know what some of you are thinking. Cosmo, what are you getting at? Cosplay, my friend. Cosplay. Anyone can put on a costume and say they're that character, but acting and becoming that which you are wearing truly brings that character to life. I mean, just look at every Deadpool cosplayer at conventions. Do you see them just acting normal? Like, hey, I got the outfit, I got the Crocs. No, because they have personality. Walk, personality, smile, personality, talk, personality. No, but seriously, what better way to learn about acting than to just talk to a well-established actor? Okay, hold on, I could do that way better. Hold on, just take that from the top. A well-established actor. No, I gotta roll the R's, hold on. A well-established, no, established, not established. Well-established actor. Don't know where to stop, that's what the director's for. Anyways, before we do that, it is time for...
Hi everyone, I'm Crystal from Scum and Villainy Cantina, and this is Drink of the Day. Today we're going to be doing the Fantastic Four Fizz, which is one of my favorite drinks at Scum and Villainy Cantina. I start off with a little bit of champagne in a glass. Start it off in here. Make sure I get the right measurements of champagne. Take our tins. Do 1.5 ounces of peach vodka. And then we're gonna go ahead and take our lime and our simple, add 1/2 ounce each of that. Some peach bitters, 2 good shakes. Top them off with ice. Give it a good shake. Strain them off into the glass. Get that nice fizz going. We're gonna add some fresh ice in here. Add some blueberries on top. And then a nice sprig of rosemary. We're gonna smoke this guy for some aromatics. Love that smell. And there you have it, your Fantastic Four Fizz.
Now, to get an insight on acting, I had the pleasure to sit down with a great buddy of mine that's absolutely brilliant at what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, cosmonauts everywhere, I give you Batman. Hey cosmonauts, I am here with the amazing, talented Kevin Porter. Thank you for being on the show.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Oh my God.
Big deal.
This is a big deal.
Coming down to Hollywood.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for all my guests that come to Hollywood. It's a weird place. Acting. When did this start?
It's funny, it goes back, and I would like to say college. I would like to say that my first production was Man for All Seasons and at Newberry College, but honestly, I think it goes back even further. I was in a play when I was in probably 3rd grade, and I played Abraham Lincoln.
No way.
Yeah, because I was the tallest. So I got the gig, which is common still.
Yeah.
I get cast because I'm tall. And so I had the big hat, my mother made the beard, and I remember enjoying being up there going, wow, this is cool. I could do this.
Now, later on in the years, when did you start getting serious?
Gosh, I would say I really got into theater in college. Loved it, was doing back-to-back plays. And then when you graduate, you get a car, you get a house, you get bills, and you become a grown-up.
A grown-up.
And you think it's irreversible.
Growing pains.
Yeah. And so I realized that I wasn't living my dream. I realized that if I had to have a conversation with the 10-year-old self, would I have done right by that 10-year-old self? Would I be proud of what I was doing? And at the time I was working at Merrill Lynch, and it was a wonderful career and it's a great job, but it's not what my dream was. It's not what my passion was. And this is in Jacksonville, Florida. So I just packed everything up and moved on out.
So for people at home that are curious about acting, which I always support it, try it, and if it doesn't work, move on to the next. Where did you start? Like agent, or just going casting for like background work, or?
You start with the creative. Business-wise, you take what you're doing seriously, you take the craft seriously, and you become as good as you can. There are many different methods that you can do that. But you work on your craft, you work on your marketing tools, you work on your type. You have to know exactly what you have to offer. And then basically you draw the bullseye, or, around the arrow. Okay, I'm this type, I'm that type. Because if you don't know who you are, if you don't know how to market yourself, if you don't know how people are going to see you and go, okay, I can cast them in this, then you're lost. You're just wandering and hoping to find something. And so early on, I knew what my type was, and I knew how to basically cater all of my marketing around that. And then luckily, hopefully, you find a manager and an agent that are on the same page that see you as that type as well, and then they get you out there. But the first thing that you have to do, take your craft seriously. Don't just be satisfied with being an attractive guy or a beautiful girl or tall or whatever. You have to offer so much more than that, because this is Los Angeles. This is the NFL of entertainment. And if you only bring one thing to the table, then you're just going to get blown away by the people that are actually prepared.
So I saw your IMDb from like X-Files to the gym show, according to Jim.
Yeah, and that's going back. It's going way back.
Way back, and then Dodgeball.
Yeah, Dodgeball was a game changer. It's funny, you never know the moment that your life is going to change. You never know the phone call that you're going to answer. You never know the meeting that you're going to go. And I've had many times at bat, and I am so blessed with the number of opportunities that I've had to step up to the plate and swing and miss and strike out. Dodgeball was one of those opportunities. I was doing a play at the time, and the play paid like $7 a night. It was crazy. And my agent sent me to this audition. It was more of a stunt audition. They wanted professional athletes. I ended up going through the process, and then I realized I may actually get this, but I didn't know what it was. It was, and this was in the vein of the, the Ben Stiller movies and the Adam Sandler movies and all of those. So I wasn't overly excited about it, but I knew that it would be a big, visible character. That's what they were saying. And just a lot of screen time at the time. And I'm like, okay, great. It was a lot of shoot days. I was on a stunt contract initially, then it became a principal contract. It was fun. It was a blast. And I met some of the most amazing people that I'm still friends with today. All of the Purple Cobras were all very tight. And it wasn't until the marketing came out, and I'm like, okay, they're putting a lot of, behind this. And the suits that we wore, and at the time I was already working for Warner Brothers in DC as their Batman to travel around the world making live appearances. So the suit that we were wearing was kind of like a superhero suit. Yeah. So I felt very comfortable in that. And again, that's my lane, that's my niche, I got that. And I knew when I kind of saw the suit, I said, okay, I could wear that. The movie came, we went to the premiere, it was incredible, it was fun. And then like anything else, it's got a cycle, it's got a life, and then you move on. But something interesting happened with Dodgeball, and FX picked it up. They wouldn't stop playing it. They played it every single night. And they did that for years, to the point to where it was ingrained in popular culture. And that's opened up so many doors for me, and that's just one of many wonderful opportunities that I've had. And you look at the ones, that you connected with the wall, and not the whiffing ones, because I've whiffed some really big ones. I've struck out on some really good opportunities. Never know when your life is going to change, and that's the beautiful thing about, we mentioned Los Angeles and Hollywood, is you never know, and that's the greatest thing. There are a lot of things that I don't like about this city, a lot of things. But what I do like about the city is the magic. It's magical. I love that anything is possible.
It's very true. It's very true. What do you say to somebody that, let's say, that wants to go acting, really good at acting, but they can't handle any form of rejection?
Well, I have to tell you that you have to be so rock solid in what you have to offer that when somebody says no, they're out of their mind.
You're like, oh, you're lost.
I don't want to say it's a delusion, but you have to be so secure in your honesty. And that's what it's all about, Cosmo. Translating that honesty onto the screen. So you have to learn to bring your honesty to those moments. And if you could be one of those beautiful few people that don't act, that don't pretend, that live in that moment and give that honesty, and you feel it when it's happening. And so I've gotten to a point in my career that I can bring out the honesty, because if someone's disingenuous or not honest and not in that moment, it's literally as if we're in two planes of existence. And the greatest compliment is when, you know, the gaffer or the sound guy comes up and says, "Oh, this just sounds like you guys are just shooting the shit. You're having a conversation." That's the greatest compliment ever.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of things I've seen on your IMDb.
Okay.
But the first thing when I was a kid, like back when YouTube was nothing, was City of Scars. Now that's when I was like, what's fan film? Let's see what's going on with fan films and whatnot. And then this beautiful masterpiece.
It's crazy.
Beautiful masterpiece. If you guys at home haven't seen it, there's a link in the bottom. Check it out. Bat in the Sun.
Yeah.
Aaron, I've met Aaron. I've seen him on set work and whatnot. So what puts him different from any other director that
I've worked with?
Yeah. From professional to what Aaron's doing?
I would say vision. He has this single-minded purposeness to move forward, but he also protects us. I know that anything that he shoots, every single frame that he shoots, I will look incredible in. I just know that because that's his job, is to make us look like heroes. He's a fan.
Yeah.
When I first met him, he was 17 and he loved superheroes and he loved Schwarzenegger and he wanted to put Schwarzeneggers and superheroes together. We were these live action figures to him.
Yeah.
And so bigger than life, 6'5" and this, and he would put us in these situations and he shot us beautifully.
I would say if I was getting back into acting, I was like, I want to try to get casted for something that Aaron's doing, because he does it justice. And a lot of directors and writers are coming out like that. They've been fans. They're coming to this industry. So if you had a chance, would you trade the Hollywood, like the shows, the streaming, like television shows, for working with him, even though you're already established?
It's very interesting that you're saying this. Aaron and I are friends. We're best friends. I always say it's about this. It's about the friendship.
Yeah.
The work is a byproduct of the friendship, and the friendship will always be there.
I remember a story you told me that, or he was saying in one of the panels back in the days, that he was just saving money to get you on.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's a
really great story.
I don't think Aaron enjoys the story as much as I enjoy the story.
Dedication he was.
Oh, it's just honestly his integrity. He has so much integrity, and he has such a great work ethic. For him to initially have gotten me, because again, it was just a 17-year-old kid and his dad driving around, with a little camera, and I just done Dodgeball, I just done Daredevil, I'm at General Hospital, and so I felt very confident. I had a lot of swagger, and so this kid meets with me, and he's with his dad, and I'm like, okay, what's happened? What's up with these dudes? And then he won me over, and he won me over with the vision well beyond his years. Well beyond his years. When you look into Aaron's eyes, you know that's something important's happening. And one of the best decisions that I've ever made, because it sent my career in a different trajectory.
You are the best Batman and Bruce Wayne. Oh, I'm sorry, hands down. Anybody at home, you can argue with me, but if you see his work, he has the kindness and also the brute and like the scariness, and then like when you're Bruce Wayne, it's like, oh god, it's for me in my book. I love Michael Keaton, I love Adam West, but it's you and Ben Affleck.
Those are my two favorites, by the way.
It's you and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's whenever I watch myself on screen as Batman, I see myself, Aaron, and Sean. I see their contributions. I see the minutes and the hours and the days and the years of us all spending together, because I've known them for 20 years now. To create a Dying is Easy, to create Batman Killmonger, which I love, and And so it all starts with a foundation of respect and friendship.
So what projects are you working on now?
Gosh, I've got
Still Legend of the White Dragon, right?
yeah, Legend of the White Dragon's in the can.
And rest in peace to
Yeah.
Jason David Frank and his family and whatnot. That must have been a hard.
Yeah, it was tragic. It was tragic. I've known Jason for, I guess, 10 plus years. He was definitely a leader in the community. He's a leader, and he led with his heart, and he led with his passion, and he led with his skill, and he led with his support. And you couldn't be on set with him, you couldn't be at a convention with him without him always nudging you to be better.
Yeah.
What a gift, what a gift. And it's tough to be sad because I had him, and he's still here, and he's still inspiring me. And so I choose to focus on that, on his light.
He's a beautiful man.
I'm looking forward to the release of Legend of the White Dragon, but also at the same time, it's going to be very moving. It's going to be very powerful.
Yep.
I enjoyed my time on it, and I had some great fight scenes with Jason.
I can't wait.
I wasn't a Power Rangers fan. I think that I came before Power Rangers, so I got to know Jason and Ciara and Font and as actors, fellow actors, and so I didn't bring the Tommy Oliver. I didn't know anything about that.
Right.
So he was just a dude that was awesome that I'm working with. And so you strip him of that mystique, he still stands on his own. He's still a badass.
Yep.
Just from a dude, me not knowing from Tommy Oliver. And so
Likewise.
yeah.
Likewise. If I didn't know anything that you've done, I just met you in the street. You just have that same stature and that same power. So
Well, thank you very much.
it's been really kind since I met you like a long time ago. Kevin, thank you so much for being on the show.
Hey, no, thank you so much. Congratulations on your show.
Thank you very much. It's going.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I can't believe, but like you said, time, dedication, determination. Here we are. Back to you, Cosmoe, at the studio. Love that man. One of my many favorite interviews and sit-downs. Anyways, head over to IMDb and check out Kevin Porter's body of work. And while you're on YouTube, head over to Bat in the Sun channel. Catch Kevin and many more wonderful actors in superpower beatdowns and more. Show some love and subscribe to them, if you haven't already. And be sure to check out Legend of the White Dragon, set for a fall release starring the late Jason David Frank and Kevin Porter. Patreon. Have you been there yet? Have you seen our Patreon? No, you haven't. Because if you have, I would know. Anyways, but seriously, there's so many crazy, cool, exclusive stuff over there in the Patreon. So go over there and check it out if you want to. You don't have to, but you should. But you don't have to, but you should. But you don't really have to, but you should. Oh, also follow, like, subscribe, hit that like button, leave comments down below. Let's communicate, let's chit chat, create a community. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me what episode you like. Tell me all your thoughts from God. No. But other than that, the world could be a rough place without, yeah, you guys know the words. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Ha, you thought I was going to say that? You losers. Are you still here? Hi. I know, it's like Ferris Bueller or whatnot, but this show's not really over yet. But it's over. I mean, we should be playing the credits right now, but we're not. I get lonely afterwards. It's like, now we're done, and I don't want to be done. I gotta wait till the next interview to see you guys again. Okay. Yeah, they're probably gonna cut this out anyway. It's not gonna be on this episode, but thanks for watching and subscribing. You guys are the best. Check out this clip next, huh? Yeah. Or that one. I mean, just check them both out while you're at it. Why not?